Hello, Steve White, TrekBoy89 for Steve Arts 89. Well, Alec Peters is at it again. There was a update for Axanar today. I think it came out today. I saw it today. Now, if you're not familiar with the history of Axanar, basically they put together a short fan film called Prelude to Axanar, which documented a Klingon war with the Federation, and they promised that they would make a film if you donated money, and they got enough money. They would basically make a film of that documentary, which would be amazing. Now, unfortunately, they were sued by Paramount CBS, and some say that wasn't fair. I'm not sure, but certainly the guidelines that came out afterwards, which affected all the other fan films being made or to be made or ever to be made, was unfair. So it kind of destroyed the little fan film thing that was happening. There was a lot of really good high quality fan films being made, and they basically were all killed. Now this settlement was reached in February 2017, and out of the guidelines, like everyone else, they were allowed to make two 15-minute short films, which they were allowed to make on top of Axanar, because the Prelude to Axanar, because they considered it a separate film or separate thing. So they were planning to somehow tell the story of this war in two stories, and 15-minute stories, and those that's varied a lot, and all the directors have come out, the writers have come out, the actors that have come in that have come out that have died. It's just a big mess. Now it's dragged on and on and on. Now finally, in October 2019, they did a 3-day shoot, and then March 2020 they did a 1-day shoot, and that apparently allotted for 40 to 50% of the live action footage that they needed to finish the two short films. Now they've been promising filming for a while. They built a set, they moved stuff around, they did a lot of advertising. Hey, look, we're building this, we're doing that, we need more money, give us money, we need money to keep the lights on, we need money to build the sets, we need money to give you this great film that they're going to make in 2 segments. And like I said, it didn't look like it was going to happen. And they started filming, they did a couple of days, they basically just a bunch of people on the bridge set, they built the bridge set, a bunch of people on the bridge set talking, that's it. Now whether this is going to be anything more than just a couple of bloated scenes on the bridge set with people talking, then a lot of effects to actually tell the rest of the story, I'm not really counting on much coming out of this. But what I find really curious is that it just keeps going on. Now, what happened after this was COVID came, and because of all the requirements and guidelines, they said, well, we can't make the film, we have to stop. So it's been paused for over a year, and they've come out in this this update, and they've said, well, what we're going to do is we are going to go back into production and do a 2 to 4 day shoot in Atlanta and a 2 to 3 day shoot in LA, which of course is the most difficult place to shoot in, around August, and then we'll have the film finished by the end of the year. And in the meantime, we're just going to work on all the stuff that should have already been finished long ago, which is all the storyboards and effects and all the post stuff that they can do before they film. So they're just going to work on that, apparently, like it should already have been done. They should just be waiting to film. And then in August they're going to film, and then by the end of the year we'll have it. So we keep getting promises it's going to happen. We keep getting estimates, timelines, guesses, promised shoots. There were a lot of shoots I think that were planned and cancelled or talked about and didn't happen. And I think the cynical people have been saying that, well, you know what, they're making enough money out of promising the film, they don't even have to deliver it, because they just keep saying, give us more money and we'll give you this film, give us more money and we'll keep the lights on in the meantime while we wait to make this film, because all these things are stopping us from making it. And at this point it just looks like it's Alex Peters sitting on the bridge. This is Alex Peters' show on his one set, and any promise that the original Prelude to Axanar gave, which couldn't really be delivered, because the way it was done in a documentary was very clever, because it just looked so much better than anything they could have done in just a narrative film. The breadth of the story was, they were never going to achieve it. So a lot of people have sort of infantilize this film or whatever, where it's like the ultimate film that was going to be the best film ever made. And I do think it would have been better than Discovery, even though it may have just been like a 2-hour film. But whether it was ever going to live up to that, and it certainly can't now, yet people are still praising it like this thing that's going to like resurrect Star Trek or something. It's going to be like the best thing. It's going to, like, they still think they're going to get that film. It's never going to happen as it was originally planned. And some people think it's never going to happen at all because they can just keep promising it, keep getting money, and then eventually just say, oh, we just can't do it. When people stop giving money, they can say, oh, well, we can't do it now. We've run out of money. We tried. We kept getting delayed. And the cynical people are sort of suggesting, and I've seen this in a lot of comments and reviews and things and all that, that people think it's never going to get made because they don't actually need to finish it to get money. They can just keep promising it and they're still going to have people donating money. I'm not going to say it's like a grift or anything, but either way, I don't think it's ever going to be finished because they can't ever satisfy the fans. And I think the idea of never finishing it, and it's just this incomplete myth, this legend that never happened because of, Paramount and all that, is going to work a lot better than actually delivering 2 15-minute films, mostly of people sitting on the bridge talking. So I just want to talk about the fact that there was a new update and that we're being, it's been delayed again. We've given another promise, and I'm starting to doubt it's ever going to happen. And I'm starting to realise it doesn't need to happen because they're getting finance, they're getting funds and donations either way. Even if they never finish it, they're still going to get money. So they don't actually have a motivation, because if they finish it next month, it all ends. They keep dragging it out for another year or two, they'll keep getting money to finish it. So I don't see the motivation to actually finish it. So I'm starting to doubt it myself and agree with some of these people that maybe it's not ever going to be finished. And the other thing they mentioned, which I want to talk about, was they're planning to do like a 2+ hour audio feature. So this will probably be the audio version of the film that would have been, because they can tell the story. And in some ways, people can listen to it and imagine this epic movie that would have happened, because I don't think it ever could have met up to what people saw in their heads, because people imagine it in their heads and then they're going on that idea of that's what would have been great, it would have been this because how I see it. What they actually produced probably never would have met anyone's expectations. But that's another thing they're doing. And they're also giving out an annotated script. So I'm guessing it's probably either the original script, the updated script, or maybe an expanded script of what they wish they could have done. But then again, all the revisions with the actors who left because there were problems with the production and people left, and directors who were fired and left, and people who were sued and left, and it's just Alec Peters now and some extras nobody knows about, just sort of sitting on the bridge. And I don't really think it's going to make anyone happy if it ever gets finished. And I just want to talk about that. I just want to say, update, no progress, starting to doubt it's ever going to happen. And I am disappointed because I did think it would be good. I sort of looked at it and thought, okay, it can't be what the documentary is promising, but it could be good. It might be worth watching. So I was sort of hanging out for it. I really enjoyed Star Trek Continues, New Voyages, Phase 2. God, what were the other two? There were 2 other good ones that were good. The Farragut, and there was one other one that was one of the earliest ones that was really good, and I've forgotten. Either way, I wish this had all continued. I wish the lawsuit hadn't happened, and I wish we weren't in this situation where I've given up all hope of getting another good fan film like ever. Because between the guidelines and other personal, selfish issues that some people have, I don't think we're ever going to see anything good fan film-wise unless, Paramount and CBS actually loosen up on the guidelines and change them, which could happen. Someone could come along and say, this is the bad thing for, fan franchise, it's just a bad thing. It makes us look bad. Let's just reverse this and let's encourage fan films and these people keeping the show alive. And, I'm an optimist. It could happen. Probably never will. Probably never going to see anything ever good again. And, yeah. Just wanted to express that. thought, desire, anxiety, whatever. I want more Star Trek. I want fan films. They were good. I don't think it's ever going to happen. And that's it. Feel free to share, like, subscribe. Let me know what you think. Do you ever think we're going to get more quality fan films? Do you ever think the guidelines will be revised to sort of help with franchise communicate? I lost the word communications. Oh God, it is very late. I'm going to go because I'm not articulating well. Thanks. Bye.